what was needed in our state was to form a business that would send a clear message to the rest of the country and indeed the rest of the world that Mississippi was in the business of not only supporting firearms freedoms, but promoting firearms freedoms. Our company has the great honor of producing a product that is directly linked to the preservation of freedom and the protection of self and family at home and abroad. It is with great pride and excitement that I reveal the name and logo of the first production-level firearms manufacturer in the great state of Mississippi, Talon Ordnance. The name Talon Ordnance begs the question of its origin. The eagle has long been a symbol of freedom in our country. The talons of the eagle are used as weapons against its prey and in defense against its enemies. The talons of the eagle, as demonstrated by the Talon logo, are the first weapons to strike a target. Ordnance branch within the United States Army is responsible for acquiring, maintaining, and distributing arms and ammunition to the rest of the force. With that in mind, the name Talon Ordnance invokes a company set on the production of weapons that are fit for the defense of individual freedom against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Talon is a tactical weapons manufacturer. We will manufacture tactical rifles, shotguns, suppressors, and specialty ammunition. The company has procured the materials to produce several thousand weapons within the first half of 2014, firmly cementing the company as a production-level manufacturer. Talon will initially employ approximately 10 employees. As the number of product lines grow, that number will increase to some 50 employees. Now, while this is not the thousands of employees that are employed by a company like Nissan, you must remember that this industry is one of the most sought-after industries right now, especially in the southeastern United States. Governors from all over the nation are actively recruiting firearms manufacturers to their state, and we chose as Mississippians to place such a facility right here in Mississippi. The positions at Talon will require a high degree of skill, teamwork, and commitment to a mission that intends to produce the finest tactical weapons in the marketplace. Talon will place a high value in current and prior military service, and we are firmly committed to Mississippi's program to hire our nation's military veterans. Talon will be a company that will seek to employ our state's brightest in the fields of engineering, machining, metallurgy, and chemical sciences. Those personnel will be involved in cutting-edge research and development. New products that will continue to press the bounds of what is possible in the industry of premium firearms production. Such a project could not be conceived, much less thought to prosper, in a location that did not support the efforts of those involved. Standing with me today are the political leaders of our state, each of whom have demonstrated a firm commitment to firearms freedoms and to promoting high technology business in this state. I want to thank each of them for their courage and for their steadfast support. Leading the administration of our great state is a man who has spent his entire life as a devoted sportsman and an avid firearms enthusiast. It is my great pleasure to welcome him to speak to you today. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the Governor of the great state of Mississippi, Phil Bryant.
You can see not only is he prepared to produce the finest tactical weapon the world has ever known, but he does a good job of explaining why. Now, as you heard Clay talk earlier, and Rick and Paul, it's an honor to have you here. Governors all over this nation have been seeking out manufacturers of firearms. We do so because we understand that it is a market that is on the move. And not only are we very proud of the fact that we have the right to keep and bear arms in the state of Mississippi, but we manufacture such things as the center and rimfire cartridges at Winchester in Oxford, Mississippi. Now we will be manufacturing this fine weapon, hopefully for freedom fighters all over the world. Our military men and women deserve the very best we can offer, and we think the very best will be made right here in Mississippi. Now, as we look to the future, we understand that entrepreneurs are unique individuals. As you heard, it starts small. Now, the great thing about Talon and this company, and I guess I've known Rick longer than any of the rest, and Rick and I have talked and visited about this. We've rode motorcycles together. We've hoped for the day that not only we might seek of growing some manufacturer of weapons here to the state, but more importantly, as Rick and I last talked, we decided we'd do it ourselves. And that's what these entrepreneurs have done. They did not come to the state of Mississippi and ask for money. They did not ask for permission, because they don't need it. They are entrepreneurs that believe that what they're doing will help for the freedom and safety of this great nation. And we're proud to have them here in the state of Mississippi. 3 men from Madison County who seek only to help put people to work, to create a firearm that will add for safety and protection for our military, police, and for those who are tactical collectors and users of this firearm. And they believe that we here in Mississippi can do it better than others. So I'm very honored to be here. When they asked me to come, it didn't take long to say I will. I understand that some 15 to 20% of Talon Productions will be devoted to weapons design specifically for law enforcement, military, and government contract personnel. It's a great reason to have a product. Now these men are going to be successful. That is all our hopes. There's no guarantee in business, whether it's a firearm business, or an automobile business, or the steel business. But in Mississippi, you have a great place to start. Just recently, we were identified as one of the top 5 states in the nation for entrepreneurial. We believe that the Kaufman's Foundation's ranking Mississippi as number 5 with the highest rates of entrepreneurial activity is a badge of honor. And today, you're seeing an example of entrepreneurs at their best. Gentlemen, for you and for Talon Corporation, you have our full support. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Delbert Hoseman, Secretary of State of Mississippi.
Permit card here. I got issued. You know, it's so ingrained as part of our culture, how we raise our families, how we teach our children, the times we spend out in Mississippi's forests, rivers, and streams, fishing, enjoying each other's company. Invariably, that involves some type of hunting and some type of firearms. In all ways you look, and when I first started, they were made in Belgium, and we had to have things from Belgium, you know, shotguns from Belgium. Then the United States became better and better at their shotguns. And now, Mississippi is going to be one of the top ones in the country in what we produce for firearms. It's a real honor to have this come to Mississippi. It's an honor, it's part of our culture, part of our heritage. To have safe gun usage in our state, open to everyone. This is another step forward for the state, and I'm real proud to have anything to do. Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Speaker of the House, Governor.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the Governor and I have stood at this podium many times throughout this past session and talked about Second Amendment rights. We talked about the fact that we as Mississippians love our Second Amendment rights. We love the shooting sports. We believe in a strong right to defend yourself. And this business is consistent with that message that we have preached all semester long. I'm excited about this business because I love to hunt. I love to shoot. I have a lot of guns. My name is Gun. And I can't wait to see what these people produce. I can't wait to get my hands on one of their products just to see what it's about, because it engenders a lot of pride in Mississippi. This is a Mississippi product. These are Mississippi natives choosing to bring their business to Mississippi. And they're not doing it with a bit of government money. They're putting their own money out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to support that kind of entrepreneurship, that kind of spirit. I'm calling on all Mississippians to support these guys, support their industry, support their business, buy their product when they produce it. Let's be proud of what happens here in Mississippi. I believe this is going to be one of the best products on the market. I've studied it a little bit of time I've had to educate myself about it, and I think we're all going to be proud of what they do when the time comes. Thank you so much for letting me speak to you here today.
Thank each and every one of you for those comments. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll move forward today and go ahead and close. I will be here to answer any questions you may have, but for those that have other endeavors that they need to get to, we will close this conference. Thank you again for being here today, and be looking for the finest tactical weapon produced in the market today. Thank you.